subscribe to YouTube channel.
What up, subbies? Welcome back to my channel, guys. So on today's video I want to do a part 2 of this video right here. I was talking about companies that I invested in that are listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, right? So I want to answer you all, for people who keep on asking me about whether my investments are still going strong or whether they're struggling during this during this point of this COVID-19, right? So let me just share that with you. So I'll be looking on my laptop so that I really remember everything that I've invested in. Let's start with Anglo American. So Anglo American has been going through the most, despite the fact that this COVID-19 came and crashed the market. But Anglo American was selling its mines to, what do you call this, Harmony, and selling South African mines to Harmony, and people somehow were retrenched from the company, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me. So it has been going through the most, and some investors just don't feel like they were safe, so some of them have withdrawn. That's why the price goes down like this. So when investors withdraw from a certain company and sell their shares, that means that people don't want to buy these company shares, so that's not good, and that is a way the company doesn't have a high liquidity when people don't want to buy it. Anglo American is one of those companies that were facing a struggle even before this COVID-19, right? So it went down by 6.4%. These prices, I screenshot them from last week, so I don't really know what is happening today. So it went down by 6.4%, which is not really a lot comparing to the other investments that I've been looking at. They've gone really down, and Anglo American just went down by 6.4%, which will make a turnaround, because Anglo American is a really strong company and it will make a turnaround and it will do good, even if it's not right now, because everyone is just going through the most. Plus this COVID-19, every company has been going through the most, even companies that are not listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, right? So another company is Aspen. So Aspen, I was talking about it in that video that I'm doing a part 2 of. I was talking about how it was struggling. So I did that video last year, and I was talking about how Aspen was suffering and how it was dealing with paying off its debts and everything, and the price was going down really bad. And the company was talking about investors who have insured their shares of Aspen. They'll get money for that, they'll get payback, because Aspen was going through the most, like the price was really down, it was bad. But now it has picked up its pace, it has been doing great, despite the fact that this COVID-19 has been a disaster. It has went up by 0.8%. It's not a lot, but for me it's really good, because it's not going down, it's appreciating. And when you have shares in a certain company and the price is appreciating, be grateful. Just be grateful, because it would appreciate way more if it keeps on appreciating. So we're gonna leave it at that. And another company that I talked about in my previous video is British American. So British American has been doing great, despite the fact that South Africa does not sell cigarettes during this lockdown, but it's doing great. It has went up by 30.6%, so the price has appreciated really good, and it's doing great. So not all my investments are doing bad, so yeah, let's move on. Another one is Capitec. Capitec, let me tell you, I keep on looking at my investments each and every, even if it's not every day, but regularly. And when I look at them, Capitec has been going through the most since this year has started, and I don't want to lie, it's not due to this COVID-19, even though maybe COVID-19 has mixed up into this certain mess, but it has been suffering. And I don't really think COVID-19 can really have a really bad impact on banks, because I mean, banks are still operating right now. they're not on a standstill. People are looking for loans. Everyone wants to have a bank account because it's really bad right now because of this lockdown, because of this standstill. So people are really in need of banks, and Capitec is one of those banks that give out low transaction fees and everything. So it has went down by 30.1%, and I know it's gonna make a turnaround. I do know that because I know Capitec. But if you're someone who wants to buy into Capitec, please do your fundamental analysis on Capitec. Don't just say, okay, Dumeling has invested in Capitec and I'm gonna invest in it because she said it's okay, it's a good company. Yes, it is a good company because I have invested in it, but make your own research and learn. Maybe you might teach me a thing or two about Capitec that I didn't really know about, that I skipped from my research. So let's help each other right here. Okay, so Capitec has went down by 30%. And if you're someone who wants to buy Capitec shares, this is the right time for you to do it. I know that the market is in a bear market, but it'll go back to a bull market. We don't really know when, but right now it's a good buy. Capitec is a really good buy. It's not a small company that can be crushed by this COVID-19. You understand? So and I realized that I don't know, it was 2 weeks back or 3 weeks back, Capitec was around 600 rand per share. Imagine from 1.2 to 600 rand. I know that when Capitec is doing good, it goes to 1,400, 1,300, around that price. So when it's 600, it's a really good buy. Go and buy for it. It's a really good buy. But do your research first. Do your fundamental analysis. That would be good for you. Okay, so another company is Investec. Investec went down as well, but it didn't really go down. So it's a little bit on the level of Anglo American. It went down by 7.1%, which is a lot when you have invested a lot in Investec. But if you're someone who understands investments, that selling your shares right now, it's a really bad move. You wouldn't do that. So if you're someone who doesn't know, now you know. Please do not sell your shares while there is this stock market crash. Sell them when the price has gone up, not when it has gone down, because now you are not in your sane mind. You are just selling them because you don't want to lose money. You understand? So please do your research before you want to sell, unless you're doing a stop loss where it's where the company can't be saved and you're really losing a lot of money. That's when you will do a stop loss. But right now it's really not necessary if you're someone who didn't really put a lot. And you can see that Investec has gone down by just 7%. So be careful and not sell your shares when you're panicking. Alright, another one is MTN. MTN, I really think it's one of those penny stocks, because ever since I bought MTN, it hasn't really been doing great, and even if it appreciates, it doesn't really appreciate that much in price, and that's one sign of how penny stocks work. And I really think MTN is one of those. It has gone down by 48%, which is really a lot, and it's not due to this COVID-19 only. It has been doing really bad ever since I bought them, and it's one of those companies that I said before, I thought that I would do my fundamental analysis, and then I bought them because I was like, no man, MTN, I've known it for all my life and I know that it won't disappoint me, blah blah blah. Nope. If a company sells a product, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's doing great in the stock market. So that's why you need to do your research. That's why you need to do your fundamental analysis. It doesn't mean that Shoprite is doing great because it sells low prices and it sells everything that we need. But please do your fundamental analysis. Another one is Naspers. So Naspers has been doing great despite this COVID-19 disaster. It went up by 1.4%. It might be small, but when you have invested in Naspers, even if it's not a lot of money, but at least it's appreciating in price, it's not depreciating, so that's a positive. Another one is Pick n Pay. Pick n Pay, it's one of those companies like MTN. I really think there are penny stocks. I really want to do a separate video where I explain what penny stocks are. Another one is Shoprite. Shoprite is one of those companies. Shoprite is one of those companies like MTN, Pick and Pay. It's one of those companies we like, nah man. We've known these companies all our lives. They wouldn't disappoint us. They wouldn't go into bankruptcy. Yes, they wouldn't go into bankruptcy because they are big companies. But are they really doing good in the stock market? Are they making you profit in the stock market? That's what you have to ask yourself before you can even buy into that company. So me, when I bought these 3 companies, I was still kind of naive, and I was like, nah man, these companies are here and they're gonna stay here. And I was not looking at other angles. I was just looking at the fact that these companies have been here for the longest time and they're gonna stay here for the longest time, which is not a good thing to convince yourself to buy into those companies. Do your fundamental analysis. That is important. And another one that I want to talk about is Telkom. So Telkom, I know that it's not one of those penny stocks, but it has been doing pretty bad. It's one of those companies that have gone really down, and it has depreciated in price. It went down by 74.8%, which is really bad. By the time I bought my Telkom shares, it was around 80 rand per share, and now it's around 20 rand per share. So it's really bad. Like, it's pretty bad. So I'm still gonna make a research based on Telkom again. It's good to go back again and look how the fundamentals of the companies are, and just see if you really made a mistake buying into such companies. But really right now I just want to see how Telkom is gonna do after this lockdown, after these stages that they've put just after this COVID-19. I just want to see how Telkom is gonna do, and I'll make a decision based on that, based on my research, based on how the price pattern has been, and I'll make a decision based on that, right? So I wanted to talk about, so I'm done with all the companies that I have invested in, and I really wanted to talk about the fact that I keep on saying to you guys, please diversify your portfolio. You diversifying your portfolio is going to help you through these kind of disasters that are happening right now. Everything is on standstill. The stock market is not doing good. That will help you when you have diversified your portfolio. So if you have diversified your portfolio, that's really good. If you're someone like me who has invested offshore into stock markets like New York Stock Exchange, you are doing good, because I don't want to lie, New York Stock Exchange has been doing great, which is really suspicious. Why? But I'm not complaining, because they're doing great. So please diversify your portfolio. It's really important, guys. So the companies that I invested in on the New York Stock Exchange is Alibaba. So Alibaba and Amazon are 2 online companies that they have online stores. People buy there. So it has really went up because a lot of people are buying online right now, and everyone just wants to stay indoors and just order online. It's much easier like that, and it's much safer like that. So Alibaba has gone up by 38%, which is really good, really good. And Amazon has went up by 33%. Another company that I invested in on the New York Stock Exchange is Upview, which has went up by 27%. And another one is AT&T, which has went up. Oh no, this one has went down. I'm really sorry. This is the only company that has went down on the New York Stock Exchange on the companies that I have invested in. So AT&T has went down by 8%, which is bad. And honestly, most of the companies that I invested in on the New York Stock Exchange are doing great. They're doing excellent. And another one is a government bond, and it has went up by 0.4%. So you understand that most companies that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange are doing great. The one that I've invested in, not the other ones that I don't know if they have went up or they have went down by price, but the ones that I have invested in are doing great, and which is really good for me, and which is really good for other investors who have invested in those companies that are increasing in price. So guys, that's all that I want to talk about. I hope that I have answered all your questions that you've been asking about this part 2 video that you've been requesting. So yeah, that is. And stay at home, guys, man. Wash your hands, sanitize them, do anything that will make you stay at home and be safe. So yeah guys, I will see you next time. Bye.